Peter's right. Good thing. Yep. Burning up. Good evening, everybody. Stopping in on the YouTube feed. Glad to have you. All right. Good evening. Time is 8 o'clock. The Maury Amateur Radio Club Newbie Net is on the air. This is Net Control Station K4LEN. My name is Justin. This is a net held every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on the Maury Amateur Radio Club repeater, W4GGM, transmitting on a frequency of 147.120 with a tone of 127.3. This is an open net and all amateur radio operators are welcome to join in. While it is not necessary to be a member of our club to take part in our net, all interested stations are invited to join the club. For more information on joining, please contact any member or go to our website at w4ggm.org. This is an informal net, and your comments are welcome. While our net is not a traffic net, anyone having emergency or priority traffic may contact the net control station at any time. Again, this is K4LEN with the Maury Amateur Radio Club, Newbie Net. Does anyone have any emergency or priority traffic at this time? With nothing heard, do we have any announcements tonight? Nothing heard there either. Kind of remind everybody, got our club meeting next Tuesday night. Start eating at 5:30. Try to get the meeting going around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Everybody's invited to come join us. It's at the Catfish Campus in Columbia. We have it in the conference room back there. We'll invite everybody to come out, eat some good food, and participate in the meeting. We always have a pretty good time. The club meeting being next Tuesday night. I remind everybody we will not be having a newbie net next Tuesday, so cancel out the newbie net for the club meeting, and that'll go pretty good. Do I have any other announcements for tonight on Maury Amateur Radio Club Newbie Net? What's going on, Todd?
For BBB.
Okay, N4 BBB. Scott, good evening.
Pretty, sir. Good evening, everybody on the net. Things are coming along finally at the new house. Looks like I'm getting my storage building tomorrow. There'll be a bunch of stuff coming over from the pod storage yard. And already had contact with folks about picking up the 40-foot tower and 500 feet of RGA-X and all the associated brackets and stuff in Nashville, in Antioch. So I'll keep everybody apprised, but people have said they'd like to come over for the tower raising and everything. So I'll be sure everybody is kept informed as to when that's going to happen. Otherwise, last month I had a great time at the club meeting. The food was awesome. In fact, it was so good I told everybody at church, and they decided they had to have their next church dinner there. So that happened a couple weeks ago. So I'll keep everybody informed as to when we actually have the tower raising and hang some antennas. K4LEN for BBB.
Okay, Scott. Well, yeah, that'd be fun times. You say it's a 40-foot tower is what you got?
I haven't seen it. It's about a 10-year-old Roan 25. It's supposed to be in excellent condition. I bought it from a ham friend of mine who unfortunately passed away after he sold it to me, but his mother is keeping it safe and sound in their yard, and going to have a friend from Auburntown with a trailer go down and pick it up, and that's when we'll move it. They'll probably move it next 2 or 3 weeks. Over.
Okay, good deal. Well, I know you're ready to get some antennas in the air. Get them things a swinging. All right, do we have any other announcements for tonight before we start taking our check-ins? All right, we'll go ahead and start taking our check-ins for the Maury Amateur Radio Club Newbie Net. This is Net Control Station K4LEN. Call now.
This is WD4NCO. Name's Art.
This is AA4ZDR, Dale. This is KN4JGH, Jay.
All right, we had a double there. I got Joe KN4JGH. The other stations, there may have been two calling in there. Let's see if we can get y'all in here.
Get quick so I don't double with anybody. This is N4BBB, Scott.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and start working through the list here. Get started. If there's anybody else out there who wants to check in, just call at your own will, and we'll get you on the list here. But N4BBB Scott, good evening to you. Got any comments for Newbie Net tonight?
Yes, sir. Well, other than what I just mentioned a few minutes ago, my plans for the tower, I've got a couple of side arms I've already built out of square stock a few years back, and plan on hanging at least a 130-foot doublet fed with 450 ohm balance line, and got a window pass-through already set up and made. Going to have polyphasers on all the coax lines, and I haven't exactly decided on how I'm going to bring in the balance line. I may transform it to a balun there at the window opening and bring coax into the room. So that's still up in the air, but got one good 8-foot rod already sitting out on the back deck that'll get driven there, and hopefully have a pretty good ground there. Plus, I'll probably put at least one more 8-foot rod at the base of the tower, just depending on how big the concrete pad is going to be. But that's pretty much most of the plans. I'll probably use matte poly-covered stranded copper wire, just so it's a little bit stealthier. But, I mean, really, the 40-foot tower is going to give it away anyway. Back to you, Justin, K4LE and N4BBB.
Yeah, be hard to camouflage that, dude. But that'll be alright. I like riding around and seeing hams strung out, around. Check out their antennas they got. I really enjoy it. Alright, WD4NCO Art, good evening.
Well, good evening, Justin. And Annette, this is WD4NCO. This has been a beautiful day today. Of course, to say we're going to get a little rain. The only thing I have for the net, I got a new handy-talkie today, and anybody that gets handy-talkies or even on the radios, it's really a pleasure to program them when you have the program. I use the chirp and the regular program cable for the handy-talkie, and it worked out real good, real simple. I had programmed before by hand, and man, you pull your hair out. But anybody who buys a radio kind of include in the cable to program it in the program, or a program that would work. So anyway, I'll go ahead and turn it back to net control. This is WD4NCO.
Okay, well, good deal. What kind of handy-talkie did you get, Art?
I got one of this Bofang tri-bander, 3 bands. It's my third one. The first 2 didn't work, and which is unusual because I had used a Bofang for some time, carried around about a year. Of course, it was a double band, 2 band. It worked beautiful, and I got one, and it was dead. I mean, when I was up there, and then I got them to send me another one, and it programmed up, and so I got it made. I made two QSOs with it, and it went dead. So this is my third one, and it come up pretty good. And I talked a good bit to Dale today, and some of the guys, and talked to Kerry, and it seems to be holding up. So I got a winner now. But I guess you could get a bad bunch But like I say, this one seems to be working fine. This WD4 NCO. Back to net control.
Okay, yeah, roger that. Well, good deal. I spent some time over in East Tennessee, well, Knoxville area, um, over the weekend, and man, I tell you what, they've got some repeaters up there, or I should say repeater sites. Uh, and I could have saved a lot of money if I'd lived over there. You know, get away with HT. I was having a little ID51 D-Star radio and getting into a D-Star repeater that's almost 40 miles away with a 5-watt HT. And man, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. You know, being able to walk around anywhere with the radio and actually use it. Down here in Lawrenceburg, a handy talk is just almost pointless. Got to have, you know, a big antenna to get into anything around here besides the Lawrenceburg repeater, and so I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun this weekend. All right, KA4 ZFDR Dale. Good evening.
Good evening, this is K4ZDNR.
What's
Good
going
evening,
on,
everyone.
Todd?
Hope everybody's had a great day. It's been a beautiful day. It looks like it's going to rain this afternoon, but so far I don't think it has. But anyway, I guess everybody's looking forward to field day. Boy, it'll be here before we know it now. It's already hit the month, so the days will be clicking off. Hope if you haven't signed up to go, you will, or you'll at least go over and show up and help out. It's a blast. If you have never been to one, you need to go check it out. Of course, if you've been to one, it's always fun to go back and participate. Let's see. I guess I should have mentioned earlier that the newsletter is online. Bill sent the newsletter out yesterday, I guess it was. And so it is online. I've got a link to it on Facebook, and I sent out one to the e-groups. Should have got one through
It's
the
been
email.
a minute, Todd.
In fact, it's attached to the email. But if you don't have, I don't have your email or whatever, you don't receive not on the e-group, you need to go and join up on the e-group. We'll put you on there. That way you can receive all the emails going to the club. Anything going on is always on there. And then you can always receive the newsletter and stuff by that also. But go online and check it out. Bill did a wonderful job, always has, and another great job this time. So there's some great articles on there, and a lot of stuff. Scott put an article on there, and a couple other people put them on. So go enjoy it. Have a good time with it. Justin, I reckon that's about it, buddy. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And I'm sure we'll be catching you down the log a little bit. K4ZDR.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you in here, Dale. As always. But you glad to get a little break from that newsletter. I know you've done a really good job on it. All right, KN4 JGH. Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Justin. Good evening, everybody on the net. Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's sounding good. Good thing there, Dale. Yeah, I was going to thank Bill for the newsletter. It's very good. K4BX, if you're listening, thank you. Good articles. Cliff, you got a good article on there. I read it this morning. Paul, everybody. I like the pictures of the shack. Thurman, Bob, who else was it? Fran and Buford. Yep, good. It looked good. It was a nice job. And then Everett and 5MZX. Good article on the stray cats. And that's about it. Hope everybody's doing good. I don't think I'll make it next Tuesday to the club meeting. I don't know if we're going to Zoom it or not. I'm going to be away for a couple days. So, but that's it. I hope everybody has a safe week and family-wise members are safe. And that's it. I'll give it back to you, Justin. This is KN4JGH.
All right. Well, we hate to miss you there at the club, but we understand there's other things that goes on, and that's all right. All right. before I try to get a topic going tonight, is there any more check-ins out there?
N4 GLA, this is Eric checking in.
This is KO4 LTC, Jarrett.
N4 TOW, November 4 Tango Oscar Whiskey, Mike.
N4 JW, Joe.
AC9WR, Randy.
KO4 ET, JL.
All right, we come out of the woodworks that time. Good deal. Go through here and get a comment from everybody and get started there. N4GL, hey, Eric, good evening.
Good evening, Justin, and everybody else on the net. Does seem like we got a good turnout tonight. I apologize, I was a few minutes late. I'm out running some errands, and I'm mobile in the truck here in a moment. We can go ahead into my next stop, but good evening, everybody. I've been working to get my antenna mast up. I think I mentioned that in the last several weeks, a couple weeks ago anyway. I finally got the antenna mast up. I got the Ringo Ranger on top of that, and I got a 6-meter dipole that I built. It's just a kind of a test that I put up on there below the Ringo, and that, I think the mast is about 35 feet long, so it's up in the air. Still working on getting the cabling through the wall into the house, but hopefully have that done. I don't know if I'll get it this week. I'll be out of town this weekend, so if not, early next week, hopefully. But yeah, things are going well on my side of the world. Making progress on getting some more stuff hooked up.
Good deal. I know you're probably excited to get that thing up and get to see what external antenna with some elevation to do for you. Sure makes a difference. All right, thanks for being there. KO4LTC, Jared, good evening to you.
KO4 LTC, Justin, good evening to you and to everybody else. I'd like to say thanks to everyone who helped me out 2 weeks ago. I was on with my HT and since upgraded to a little J-pole, and I sprung for a Yaesu FTM 400 that I'm using now. So I've been having a lot of fun getting that set up, playing around with APRS and just getting on and getting out there a little bit further and being able to listen to more than I could before with the HT. So thanks to everybody for that. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Okay, yeah, good deal. That's great radio. Bought one a month or so ago myself. Really enjoy it. I come back from Knoxville area yesterday, and between the FTM, I actually was running 2 radios. I was running the FT400, basically just for APRS, and then my 5100 for everything else. And between the 400 and the 5100, I was able to pretty much stay in the system from Knoxville all the way to Lawrenceburg, just about it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Had a lot of fun. That APRS it's pretty wild how that works. All right, thanks for being there. N4 TOW, Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Justin. If you could, just put me at the bottom of the list. I'm eating dinner with the family right now. Just put me at the bottom of the list, and I'll get back with you. N4 TOW, standing by.
All right, Mike, we'll just jump on in here whenever you get done. It's no problem. N4 JW, Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Justin, everybody on the net. Hope everybody's had a good day so far. Weather here was pretty nice, and was able to get outside this afternoon and take care of some stuff I put off over the weekend. Didn't get to do much around the house, getting ready to go on vacation later this week, and so we're scrambling, trying to get everything packed and ready to go. But anyway, thought I'd hang out tonight and look forward to talking to everybody. Hope everybody has a good evening. I'll turn it back over to you. This is N4JW.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you in here, Joe. EC9WR, Randy, good evening to you.
Good evening, Justin and everyone else on the net. Yeah, nice day today. Went out and played golf with my brother. Well, attempted to play golf. But that's enough of that. No comments really, but just a question. I picked up just recently, picked up one of the Baofeng tri-bands. So far, it seems like it transmits and receives okay. I know Art said he's had some issues with it and stuff. But my question is, did anybody have trouble with their computer setting up the driver for the chirp? I downloaded the files and all that stuff and installed it, but it keeps saying that it's there's no COM port and that it's invalid when I try to put one in. So any help with that would be appreciated. AC9WR, back to you.
BBB.
Okay, Scott.
Hey there, I heard you talking about the chirp, the cable for the Baofeng. If you've got the cables that say the FTDI, Foxtrot Tango Delta India chipset, they will work with about anything. The older cables will not. You pretty much have to have something like Windows XP or something to get them to work. But if you have the interface cables that say FTDI, it will work. I think their part number is PC03. Over.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. I don't see any numbers on the cable itself, but I'll have to look to see what they sent with it. It actually says Baofeng on the cable, but other than that, I don't see anything. So I'll have to do some checking. But okay, I haven't had any problems with my ID51 or anything like that with their software. I was just having troubles getting the computer to recognize the driver. So we'll give her another try. Thanks, Scott.
Good to help. Back to you, Justin, in 4 BBB.
All right. I actually got a TYT radio, and it came with a cable, and I had trouble getting my driver going as well. But it's been so long I forget what I had to do to get it going. I tell you, if you look at the OG, give me a minute, I can't think of his call sign. Dave Kessler on YouTube. You look up the TYT UV8000E. I think he runs down through some instructions on troubleshooting on a driver for your cable. Might check there. If worst comes to worst, might check with him and watch that video. It's a little long, but the driver cable's at the beginning of it, so you wouldn't have to watch much of it. Alright, KO4, and I may have your call sign wrong, but is it Echo Tango, KO4ET, is that correct?
That's right, Justin. Yeah, I'm kind of new here. Name's JL, KO4ET. I tried to get in there last week for y'all and was having some repeater trouble or something. But yeah, I got me a new HT a few weeks ago, and trying to learn how to use it. Justin, I've been following your channel on YouTube and really enjoy it.
Okay, well, good deal. Yeah, I saw you on there last week. Yeah, I was having trouble getting into the repeater. Couldn't hardly get in, and I couldn't hardly hear it. I saw you on there. But yeah, good deal. Enjoy the little YouTube channel. What kind of HT did you get?
some of the digital stuff, and I'm interested in it.
Okay, yeah, I've been interested in one of those myself. I ended up buying the FT60, and I wish I'd thrown $15, $20 more with it and got that FT70, but still a great radio. But yeah, that's I reckon there's supposed to be some really good radios. My problem down here in Lawrenceburg is HT just ain't got enough behind it to get in there to repeaters and everything, so they're just almost useless. So, all right, well, good evening. We got a pretty good crowd here. Again, this is K4LEN, Net Control Station. Anybody got anything want to discuss tonight? Open anything, any kind of anything. Come on with it. All right. Well, that's a good sign. Nobody's having any trouble, so that's always a good thing. Trying to think of something that might be interesting to talk about. I don't know, those little Baofeng radios. A lot of people have trouble programming them, but I don't know. I use them at work, and very rarely able to hook them to a computer, so I became a professional at programming the thing. I can program 15, 20 channels in the thing in about 15, 20 minutes. So I've got a little process I go about it, and I can do it pretty quickly. I believe I could probably program one on the radio just as quick as somebody could program one on a computer. So I don't know, that's kind of, I like programming from the radio. I don't know, I guess I'm weird like that, I guess. But the mainest thing when you're doing that is make sure that the channel that you're in there, because that's the mainest problem you run into is even though that you may not have programmed a frequency on that channel, it comes by default with a memory in it. So first thing you want to do is go in and actually delete that memory channel that you want to save your frequency to.
Yeah, I managed to get a couple of the repeaters. This one and the 443175 programmed in. And after I got this one to go, and I was trying the 443, it was kind of like, all right, now I got the last one to go. Why the heck won't this one do it? And then I remembered it said you got to delete the things that it's in there. So I just went through and one by one just deleted all of them that are in there, so I won't have that issue again.
Yeah, that's a lot of the problem. And another thing is they don't put everything side by side, in order, a good order to make it easy. Everything's spread out, so you constantly flipping through the memories, or the menu. And something else that some people may not know, in the menu, if you can remember like the menu number of the item that you want to go to, you can actually push in menu 27 and go to that actual menu item. So if you can remember those menu items, you can navigate the menu pretty quickly like that. So just little tricks like that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I was starting to get the hang of them a little bit by the time I got done, but I just thought it'd be nice because I got a pretty good list of them in the ICOM ID 51, and so I just figured I'd go through the list and just put them all in here. But going one by one. That'd take a little time. AC9WR for ID.
Yeah, it takes a minute. How do you like that little ID 51?
I like it. I've got the, like I say, I've got repeaters plugged into it, and I mainly listen on it. I don't really talk on it all that much, so actually manually putting frequencies into it and stuff like that, I'm a little rusty on, but overall I like it. It sounds good, and anybody I talk to on it likes the way it sounds. But I've had it since a little over a year, I guess. But you know, like I said, I didn't do a whole lot of talking before I moved down here, and most of the talking I do on here with you guys is on base unit. So, but I've usually got it with me just in case.
Well, I really enjoy mine. I got one about 2 months ago, and I'd been wanting one for a long time. We was on our way to Memphis one weekend to go to the zoo, and I was using my little hotspot talking on D-Star, and I had a QSO with a guy who was telling me about he was cross-band repeating D-Star, and I was like, man, how in the world are you doing that? You know, because digital signal, and he kind of gave me a brief rundown on it, and from then on I decided that I had to have one. So I finally broke down and pulled the trigger on one, I don't know, about 2 months ago now. And here at the house, I'm able to get into the Huntsville D-Star repeater down there, and got a pretty good group of guys get in there and talk with on it, and have a lot of fun. I got a bad habit of smoking cigarettes, and, but I don't smoke in the house, so I like to set it up where I can cross band repeat. That way I'm not stuck sitting here at the radio. I can get up and go wherever I want to go and still use it. So that was the main reason behind me buying it. I have a lot of fun with it. They're great little radios, and just to be 5 watts, they sure are powerful.
Yeah, I haven't messed with the D-Star or any of that stuff yet, and I suppose I ought to read up on it and try to play around with it. When I hear people talking about being able to talk all over and stuff like that, it sounds kind of interesting, especially on, you know, something like 2 meters or 440.
It's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. And I really enjoy it. I got a little hotspot that I you know, plugged in, and the little hotspot is basically your own personal D-Star repeater, if you will. Low power. It functions the same way, and I don't know. I really enjoy it. Like, really enjoy it. It's a whole lot of fun. We got a small group that we get in there on 58 Bravo, the reflector 58 Bravo, and get in there and we have a good time. It's a lot of fun. I wish there was still a D-Star repeater in the Nashville area, but there's one listed, but it's not active, and I don't know. There's a lot of ICOM radios that the D-Star capable out there that I'm sure that the operators would love to be able to get into it. Anybody else got anything tonight?
N4 GLA, maybe somebody should reach out to ICOM and see if they'll donate a radio, and so we can get a D-Star repeater set up someplace.
Well, ham radio crash course, and the YouTubers bunch that's on the YouTube, they actually interviewed Ray Novak with ICOM America Saturday or Sunday night, I think. And ICOM is starting to do kind of like a deal, kind of like Yazoo does for clubs. That way they can get more D-Star repeaters. I think I have no idea the cost of a Yazoo repeater, but I know at ICOM the D-Star repeaters they're pretty pricey. I'm sure they all are, but I don't know, they're very nice though. They're pretty good repeaters. I know, like I said, which sure over there in Knoxville area, they got their repeater sites on top of them mountains over there, and that makes a major improvement. But I was almost 40 miles away from the D-Star repeater, and could use it like I was 10 miles away from it. I was down in the basement of a house and was talking to a repeater almost 40 miles away on HT. If that tells you anything about it, is I got spoiled over there this weekend.
Hey, Roger, that's pretty wild that you can talk from that far away on an HD. That's pretty cool. I don't have an ICOM radio yet, but yeah, I would think that it'd be to ICOM's advantage to get repeaters set up that support their technology, and especially in major metropolitan areas like Nashville.
Well, there used to be one, and I think that the repeater operator actually lost a spot on the tower or something. The club that actually had the repeater. I don't know if it's on Radio Reference or Repeater Book, but one of them gives you a link back to the club that operates the repeater, and he had put a post on there about looking for another site, repeater site for the D-Star repeater, and that'd been like 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe longer. So it's been a while since there's been D-Star around the Nashville area. And I recently got a DMR radio and playing around with it, and after playing with the Yazoo, Wires X, and System Fusion and D-Star, transitioning into DMR is a different animal. It's a lot different, and still trying to figure things out. D-Star and Yazoo System Fusion are easy. You can do everything from the radio, where DMR you actually have to program a memory channel for each little thing you want to do. So to access the different talk groups, you may have 10 or 15 memory channels of the same repeater, but different talk groups. Where D-Star or System Fusion, you just link up with the repeater, and then you can control the repeater from the radio. DMR, you got to have a memory channel for every little thing that you want to do. So it's a big learning curve from coming from D-Star or Wires X going to DMR. It's a different rascal.
That's interesting what you said too about the hotspot. That basically, with that you can do D-Star with any radio. You don't have to have an ICOM radio. Did I understand that correctly?
Well, you still have to have the D-Star radio, but it just acts as a repeater, like your own personal repeater. I think it puts out like 500 milliwatts or something like that. It's very low power, and you pretty much got about 100-foot radius of it that you can use the little hotspot, plug a external antenna on it and maybe get, 400 or 500 foot out of it. But it's low power, so it's, you have to program your hotspot actually to a frequency. And I don't know, it's pretty cool the way it works.
Interesting. I haven't gotten any of the digital mode yet. I haven't tried with any of that stuff yet. This has been for GLA for identification.
Well, I mean, it's different. You're pretty much talking over the internet. You use an RF to get into, the repeater, but after you get to the repeater uses the internet, to link the traffic together. You're pretty much talking over the internet. So as long as you got an internet connection, you can talk to anybody else that has the internet connection, and I don't know, you can, from the D-Star radio, you can link into any D-Star repeater. Like, you can actually link right up to the repeater. So, if you had a friend that lived out in California and he had a D-Star repeater in his area, you could actually call up that specific repeater, and you and him could talk on that repeater, or or it pretty much links it. You're talking on whatever reflector that he's talking on. I don't know. It's I'd have to explain it, but it uses reflectors, which is kind of think of it as like a the old chat rooms, they used to have on the internet. You could have different chat rooms where different people was at. It's basically the same thing, I don't know. It's pretty cool the way that all works.
Yeah, Roger, that's my understanding. Yeah, you can link up to other repeaters in other parts of the world, in the United States or wherever, just through the internet and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. All right, anybody else got anything else for the Newbie Net tonight? Well, all right. Well, nobody's got anything. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. Thank everybody for coming checking in to the Newbie Net. Had 10 check-ins tonight, 11 including myself. So, I think moving it to Tuesday night makes a difference. A little more participation, and we really appreciate it.
4HUV.
KO4HUV.
And just wanted to check in. This is Josh. I was in the store trying to find, believe it or not, I'm hunting the old Smallville collections, and Game Exchange was out of them.
Okay, well, that's all right. Just fixing to wrap up here. Got some topic you want to go over tonight?
I'm pretty good. I got my HF up and going. I got my Yazoo, let's see, FT450D, and ran it on using just like Carrie and them was telling me to do with a long-fed antenna wire. And I'm actually going to use a piece of dog fence wire because wire has gotten so high, it's gotten insane.
Oh, I can only imagine. everything's going up. I just got a notification on the phone earlier that the largest United States beef supplier has been cyber attacked, so they have shut down. So if that tells you anything what's fixing to happen, the price of beef's fixing to skyrocket, I guess.
Well, be long, we all gonna have to go hunting.
Yeah, that's you know, we may not be able to do anything if they shut the oil refineries down, but there's plenty of people out here with cows. They can go out and get their own beef, so maybe that won't hurt as bad. But yeah, I think it's one thing after another.
That, I hear you there. Oh, on another note, I was telling you about that dog fence line. Believe it or not, the SWRs across all the bands are under 3, and I actually got into Indianapolis Motor Speedway the other night during the Brickyard 400. It was the Indy 500.
Okay, yeah, that special event station.
That I got in on that. I'm fixing to send them my self-addressed envelope to get that card.
Yeah, roger that. Well, good deal. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, you know, and special event stations and everything. I really enjoy HF. Can't wait for field day to some of you guys that's never got to get on HF. Get on that and show y'all what it's like. Let y'all have some fun. It sure is a lot of fun.
Alright, Justin, I'm gonna hop on off here. I'm gonna stop in another store, grab a drink, and then head home. It's Cake 04 HUV. I think I know yours ends in LEN. I can't remember the first part.
Alright, Josh. Well, we appreciate you checking in with us tonight. And look forward to having you on the Newbie Net again. Alright, nothing else heard. I want to thank everybody for their participation. My count had 11 check-ins, 12 including myself. For any information about club meetings or upcoming events, please visit our website at w4ggm.org. Please remember to check in on our other weekly nets. The Thursday night, our amateur radio club net is held Thursday night at 8 o'clock on this repeater. Sunday night, we have our Mercy Management net held every Sunday at 8:30. And then on Mondays, we have the MTIRS net. It's held at 8 o'clock on our 443.175 repeater. But at this time, I will return the W4GGM repeater back to normal use. Hope everyone has a great upcoming week. And 7-3 from K4LEN. Good night, everyone, and God bless.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Barry. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, making another number checking in. KK4MKH.
All right, Barry. Well, we got you on the list, brother. How you been doing?
Doing pretty good, little bit. Doing okay, a little bit. And doing okay. Doing pretty good, everything. And I'll be happy y'all get me telling you, get back on the 220 band.
Yeah, roger that. I bet you will. Get it up there one of these days. I'd like to get me a 220 radio. If I'll be able to get into the repeaters around, see what that's all about.
Understand pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing okay, everything. And got trouble a while ago. I did something wrong, got the pull out and everything. And oh my Lord, I got fussed at.
Uh-oh, Barry. You better watch out.
I know. I probably do better next time, everything. I broke the water sometimes, everything. And I'll be okay, though. I got him up there. I'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. You'll be all right. You big boy, ain't you?
And for the game, and he said, you do a fine job tonight. No, I forgot to talk to Dale in me today. You do a fine job tonight.
Well, I appreciate it, Barry.
Yeah, I did pretty good job tonight, too. I got 4 sections tonight on the swamp map yet.
Okay, 4 check-ins. Well, that's not bad. That's pretty good there, Barry.
Pretty good, I understand. I got another one coming up, 9 o'clock yet. You get time to join the Chris net, KD4 PB Dre Chris. He's doing his net tonight, 9 o'clock. You get time to check in with him.
Okay, that's over there on the Tullahoma repeater, correct?
Yeah, Tullahoma repeater, KD4 KT repeater, 107 no.
Okay. I'll have to see if I can get in on that. I don't have my little Yagi antenna up no more, so I don't know if I can get in it or not. Sometimes I can hear it okay, and other times I can't hear it at all.
I understand pretty good. You can't get it because you told me 1.248 on that repeater.
Okay, yeah, roger that.
Pretty good. You get ready for field day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're really looking forward to it. We're going to have a good time.
Pretty good. I understand. Never go. Yeah, I understand. Never go have a good time, too, over here at Bedford County. We're going to have the DAV bending. We're going to have a good old time at Bedford County.
Yeah, roger that. Well, if y'all get a chance, y'all should ride over and see us over here at Columbia. Been a while since we seen you. We'd love to have you.
I understand. Yeah, I'll probably go. Dad said something about it the other day. I'll probably go. Next time we go, probably go to Maury County. And my dad's saying, my father asked about that sometime. He said, yeah, we got to go to Maury County.
Yeah, roger that. Y'all have to come see us. Maybe next week, next Tuesday, y'all can come to our club meeting.
That's right. I understand pretty good. I understand. Yeah, they going to be on Zoom or what?
Do what now?
They going to be on Zoom?
Yeah. They're going to have it on Zoom and over at the Catfish Campus too. So y'all should join us one way or the other.
That's pretty good. I understand. Yeah. What are you going to talk about?
I'm not sure. I'm sure that field day is going to be a big topic. Let's see. After next Tuesday, it'll be like 2 weeks away, so probably doing a lot of field day planning for the club net.
Pretty good. I understand. You hear me? I'm going to repeat it. I'm on the long antenna.
Oh yeah, you're coming in wide open, full quieting, no problem whatsoever.
I understand pretty good. I understand, yeah. They did do a fine job working on the repeater goes on, you.
Well, I try to. I try to do a good job, so I hope I am.
I'm pretty good. I understand. I'll talk about the repeater guy, John. He's doing a fine job working on the repeater.
Oh yeah, John does a really good job. He's keeping that repeater in tip-top shape.
Pretty good, I understand. Yeah, pretty good, I understand. Me on the Azu repeater or what? The old, which one are we on right now? The Azu?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Well, I think so, but I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Didn't seem like it done anything on the digital side, but it may have.
So we heard all the racket that it makes when it goes digital, so I think it did.
Okay. Well, I guess we still are.
Pretty good with Peter, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one, it's got a pretty good footprint. As long as everything's working correctly, it does a little bit better than the Kenwood did.
Now, no, pretty good with Peter. It's what meant with Peter. I don't know if you get that one or not. It's pretty good with Peter.
Yeah, it's a real good repeater, but it's up on a great big old hill, too.
9-1. You get 9-1 out there where you're at?
Just a little bit. I can't get it real good, but I can get it a little bit.
And it's about your son, Zell. Did you get 9-1? It's on, man. Okay, hope you have a good night, Dustin. Hope you have a good day. And you get time in a couple more weeks and you get off work and you come over and...
All right, Todd, I'm going to shut this YouTube down, brother. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Hope I see you again. Hope you have a good night, Dustin. Hope you have a good day and you come over again before I get back to Tony. I'll get that done and get back on the air again. Talk to you later. KK4MKH.
All right, Barry, my man. Hope you have a great evening. And maybe I'll try to get in over on the Tullahoma net here in a minute. I'll give it a try. KK4MKH, K4LN. Good evening, Barry. Have a good one, brother.
Dustin, hope you have a good night, man. I love you.
See you, Todd.
Yes, hello.
Take care.